So let's take this down. I'm Davidson. I want to take a minute to show you my company, Gunwerks. You're watching Long Range Pursuit. That's an extension of Gunwerks. We have a mission here at our company that drives us to define long-range hunting with our products and with our information. And that's what Long Range Pursuit does. It helps us put out that information that shows our viewers how to set up to shoot long range, whether you buy the products or you just apply the techniques that we have. Usually on Long Range Pursuit, in front of the camera you see Mike, my brother, or myself. We're doing the hunts, we're doing the shooting tips. You know, a few of our other staff guys get involved, and sometimes we have some customers or outfitters that come in. But what I want to do today is walk you through our shop, through the office, through the production facility, and give you a casual look at how our company works and show you the crew behind the scenes that really makes it happen. You know, two people can only do so much, and we try to serve a lot of customers. And the people in our facility and our organization are driven to make those products and make that information that really sets the standard in the industry for what long-range shooting and hunting is and does, and what you can do. So we have some great people that are a part of this crew. So I'm going to grab the camera, we're going to take a walk, and I'll show you some of our cool staff that makes this happen. Alright, Steph, give me a minute and introduce yourself and tell me what you do.
My name is Stephanie PREATOR, and I am the customer service representative. And so I answer all the phones and I talk to customers, make sure everybody has a good experience with Gunwerks.
So just phone work? Well, tell me what else you do.
I handle a lot of the orders, so I'm putting in orders, I'm making sure the orders are correct, making sure that the customer's aware of what's going on with their order, when it's shipping, or you know, kind of where they're at with the status of their rifle, and then just making sure that everything is going smoothly.
Cool, thank you. Alright, back here in the corner.
Hi,
Alright, introduce yourself.
I'm Janet Davidson.
Now, why is that significant?
I'm Aaron's wife.
So what do you do here?
I'm the general manager, bookkeeper, accounts payable, accounts receivable.
Not only do you spend all my money at home, but you spend all my money here at work.
Yep.
Well, tell me how much time you spend, you know, dealing with suppliers and vendors. I mean, is that
All day,
kind of a
every
big deal?
day.
It's a big deal. A lot of material runs through.
Yes, a lot of material runs through.
Do you like working for Gunwerks?
I do like working for Gunwerks.
Cool. Cool. Well, let's keep on going. See who we got back here in the production room. All right, Dave, tell me about yourself.
I'm Dave Goodwin. I'm a 3D animator, so I work mostly on the show, producing the graphics packages and stuff, and also I produce some of the Long Range University segments.
Tell me about what you're working on right now.
Yeah, I'm building a virtual elk for some sort of an asset for the show and for the new opener, so it's all rigged up and ready to be animated as if it's real, I suppose.
So tell me what you think about working for Gunwerks. The model of information dissemination and product that we build. And what you think about it?
Certainly had to learn a whole lot about what goes on here, just because I really had no hunting experience or knew much about firearms in general when I started working out here. So it's been real interesting learning about all the details in science and technology and ballistics and everything that really is sort of part of everyday life here. And it's a whole lot of information to get out there to the public, and I guess that's part of what I do, and you know, trying to tell a story and show how a lot of this stuff works with the show.
Cool. Well, I think everybody that watches would agree we do a pretty good job.
Thanks.
Thank you. All right. I'm going to film the guy with the camera. Brian, tell me about what you do here.
Well, primarily I do editing, and secondarily I film, go out on a lot of the hunts, I film all of the shooting tips. Dave helps sometimes with a second camera on that, but set up the shoots. Work real close with Aaron and Mike on those to make sure we get the right info out to the public. But primarily, I think the most exciting thing I do is I edit the shows, put all the footage together, get the segments from Dave, all the graphics and stuff to make it look cool that he does, and put the show out every couple weeks so everybody can see what Long Range Pursuit and Gunwerks is doing.
All right, we just ran into Aaron. Aaron, introduce yourself.
My name's Erin Weeb, and I take care of all the shipping and receiving here at Gunwerks.
Well, you make it sound easy. Is it that easy?
No, it's not that easy. My job entails a lot of different detail-oriented tasks. I have to take care of all of our ATF login work, so keeping track of all the serial numbers that come in and out of the shop, sending them to the applicable places, making sure that we're staying within our legal bounds with handling firearms. I also take care of counting and receiving all inventory that comes our way, which I'm doing right now. Putting it on the shelf, making sure we're well stocked for our customers to have all of the needed supplies and items that are required.
Tell me about the experience of getting the gun packed up in the box and kind of making sure that it's perfect and going out to the customer, you know, complete and ready to go.
When I'm getting a rifle ready to package up to send out to a customer, there's a gamut of things that I have to go over to make sure it's just right. Do I have all the accessories a customer needs, a proper paperwork, documentation, legal documentation is very important. Making sure the rifle is clean and it's complete and has everything that's needed for the customer.
Thanks. Let's move on. Hi, Julio.
Hello.
Introduce yourself.
My name is Julio Garay. I work here at Gunwerks. I work in the ammunition department, or I do the ammunition.
He is the ammunition department.
I am the department.
So tell me a little bit about the process of loading ammunition. What could we do different to produce more ammo that we're unwilling to do because we're focused on quality?
We do measure every load on a digital scale, and I hand pour every load. We could, like you said, produce more if we didn't have to hand pour every load. I don't think that's an option for us. That's where a lot of our quality comes from. We get precise loads every load.
Tell me a little bit about the operations that you have to do when you're loading ammo. Just the basic stuff.
Well, basic stuff is we get a box of new brass. We always use new brass for customers. You know, you basically take that brass, you resize it, insert the primer, pour the powder, put a bullet in it. It's kind of pretty simple.
Cool. Thanks, Julio.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, we're gonna go get back in the assembly area. Cool. Hey, John, tell me about yourself.
My name is John Johnson, and I am a shop technician here at Gunwerks, which basically entails everything that goes into building a rifle, from bedding the action in the barrel into the stock, to prep of the stock, to complete assembly, and scope mount.
Where do you pick up on the assembly of the firearm? Where's your job start and stop?
I'll start with the stock prep, then I'll move on to mounting the trigger, reassemble of the bolt, and then, you know, set the trigger, the sear, and the over travel, and you know, the trigger pull. Once I've done that, then the stock will go on to it, and any last minute touches will be done to it. You know, I'll check and make sure that there's nothing that I missed, and then mount a scope, run a couple of patches down, and then it's ready to be test fired from there.
Cool. Thanks.
Thank you.
All right, let's go back here. We're starting to get into the really cool stuff here. We're gonna go talk to Tim. All right. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
I'm Tim Laborde. I'm a machinist here at Gunwerks. And right now I'm running a thread tendon on CNC, which CNC's kind of been integrated into the gun manufacturing here. It makes it a lot closer tolerance application, and we do the chambering still by hand so that we can get a feel and make sure that everything's integrated into the CNC portion of it, which gives us a lot closer tolerances, a lot nicer finishes, and makes the gun a lot more accurate.
Yeah, for speaking from experience, you know, you can do a chamber job on an old, you know, manual machine like this, but you couldn't thread at 1200 RPM.
No, couldn't thread it, couldn't get the consistency in the threads.
Yep.
On a manual machine as you can on a CNC.
So basically, just write a new CNC program for every application.
Every application.
Well, why don't you reveal and show me what you got here?
Okay, we have a thread tendon that was just done, and chambering that was just done on this machine. And now all that has to be done is just a little bit of finish polish on the chamber, and this gun will be ready to go to the next operation, which would be either doing a brake on it or just standard front end on it.
So what other operations or parts are you doing here? This is one CNC machine you've got here. What's this? What's the cool one back here?
Well, we got basically a brand new Haas VF3 that we're doing all the stock inlet work for our different stocks. We're doing all our own fluting on our barrels now, and doing some other miscellaneous parts, bedding blocks,
muzzle brakes. You're doing muzzle brakes now
on them, and we're just kind of integrating more and more of the parts to make us more self-sufficient, better. We can control the quality better.
Cool. Well, we're glad to have you, Tim. Thanks for taking a minute and telling us about your job. You get to run some pretty cool toys out here.
Oh yeah.
Thanks, Tim.
Yep.
All right, let's go over here and talk with Dan. Now tell me what kind of stock that is. Holy smokes.
Hey, they wanted a good butt pad on it, we're gonna hook them up.
So doing a little gunsmithing work for a customer then.
Yeah, pretty much.
So Dan, why don't you introduce yourself and tell me, you know, how long you've been here and what your job is here at Gunwerks.
Well, I'm Dan Bronco. I've not quite been here a year yet. Love the place. It's been great working here. I handle all the Cerakote, custom paint jobs on the stocks, and I try to slip turrets in on the side.
Well, why don't you show me a little bit on making some turrets? What you're
Well,
up
I got
to?
one cooking right now. It's for a customer. This is an order that was placed on our website, Q7.com, and you fill in the information, it gives your muzzle velocity, the elevation and temperature you expect to be hunting at, a little bit of load data about your gun, the ballistic coefficient of the bullet, and we'll build you a turret that matches up with that load and that gun, and you just set yardage on the turret and away you go.
Tell me on the Cerakote stuff, what do you see on that finish? You like that finish? You like what it does for the guns?
You know, it really brings it out. It makes it look good. It's really durable finish. You have to be really careful and do a lot of prep work and make sure there's no grit left over from the sandblasting process. It'll stick to any oil that's left in the action or on the barrel. And then, of course, you Cerakote over that, you get permanent sand right on the finish. So that's the biggest
super
problem
clean
there.
prep. That's the deal on all printing.
You bet.
Thanks, Dan. We're glad to have you, man. All right, let's catch Garrett real quick before we go out to the range. Hey, Garrett.
Howdy.
Tell me about yourself.
I'm Garrett Wall, Gunwerks employee here in the operations department, I guess. What that technically means is anything that Aaron doesn't want to do or can't do, which is longer list than you would imagine. I do. So that's what I do. The boring part of my job would be here in front of a computer, dealing with QuickBooks and our system as a whole. The fun part would be out in the field. We got out and seen a lot of places this year: Hawaii, New Mexico, Texas.
Well, tell me a little bit about your experience with Gunwerks as a company and kind of where you see Gunwerks going.
There's a lot going on. Gunwerks is growing fast. We're trying to keep up with that growth. As you see in the back, we're getting a little tight back there. But yeah, the future's bright. The long-range shooting industry is growing. I think it's here to stay. Hopefully our new products will continue to kind of push those limits, and a lot of exciting stuff in the future.
Thanks, Garrett.
Okay, thanks.
Let's catch Mike here around the corner.
Yeah, I'm Mike Davidson. This is my office. You can tell it's pretty trashed. It's about the end of the fall. Plus, it's the closest office to the door, so anything that gets left out in the common area there, everybody seems they just throw it in here and it piles up. We've been running pretty hard this fall. We've been building a lot of rifles. My job here at Gunwerks is I oversee a lot of the sales that happen here, kind of the schedule and what's available to sell, working on some new models. Work really close with Tyler in the back. He's kind of our production manager as far as scheduling and who's going to get what. Also, one of the other hats I end up wearing is we do a lot of filming. We run a episode on the Sportsman's Channel, a TV show on the Sportsman's Channel. We got to film a bunch of episodes all fall, so we've been running. Just heading out to Canada right now. But Gunwerks, I'll tell you what, is a fun place to work. We've had just phenomenal growth the last couple of years, and we've had a lot of fun. We've got a good crew of guys, and man, it's just an awesome job. I love it. Looks like Craig brought his warm boots anyway.
Some orange.
No orange required.
No orange required.
All right. Not up there anyway.
Passport.
Got it.
Okay. I guess I better check to see if I have mine. Hey guys, I'm Craig Thomassen. Heading up to Canada here in the next couple minutes. Gonna chase Mike around with the video camera this week, chasing some monster whitetail bucks up there in Canada. Last week I was in New Mexico, filming some desert bighorn sheep, some Boone and Crockett monsters, as well as some big elk. It's one of the exciting things here about Gunwerks is you never really know where you're gonna be. All you know is you're gonna be doing something fun. Whether we're building guns in the shop or whether I'm getting ready for trade shows and meeting people or shooting schools, and from Texas to Canada, we always have a good thing going here. You never know what the next day is going to bring. Always an adventure, and again, that's what makes it fun, being part of the Gunwerks family.
My name's Ernie Cook. I'm one of the employees at Gunwerks. Today we're out here at the range doing some load development on a caliber that's a little bit unique. Somebody wanted a little bit different load. What normally we do, when we bring them out here, they've had a scope mounted on them, and we just pull a bolt out and look through that barrel and bore sight the thing. And then we'll end up shooting that at 200 yards. We want, a half-minute group or thereabouts. Once we get the 200-yard zero, then we shoot way out there. In this particular range, our far target's at 950 yards. We keep track of the elevation adjustment we have to make in order to make that shoot between 200 and 950. And we record that. We record the temperature it is today, the elevation, what bullet we're using, so we know what to assign it for a BC. And then everything goes back to the shop. And there it's all cleaned up and made ready to ship. And while we're doing that, Danny's making a turret for it.
Well, thanks for spending some time with us today. Hopefully you catch just a little bit of that excitement and passion that we have for our products and our company. We're pretty excited about the crew that we have and the work that we're doing. If you're a little excited about long-range shooting, you got some interest, a little spark there, we do work very hard to put out a lot of information. If you visit our website, gunwerks.com. You also link to the G7 website, the Long Range Pursuit website, and the Long Range Outfitters web store, so you can purchase product there. The other sites are there for informational purposes. We've got a lot of video, a lot of articles. That's our strength, is in video. So watch some of the videos and get a sense of what we're doing and how the system works, and maybe how you can get started shooting long range. Facebook's a great place to catch the latest content that we've created. Brian and the guys will post the latest video. So you like watching the episode on Sportsman's Channel and you want to go dig through the archives, you can just take a minute and go back and watch all the old episodes. Dave just finished the duplication of our Season 1 DVD. So you got one disc that's just plumb full of hunts, a lot of great shots, long shots and action shots. But then there's a whole nother disc with all of Dave's great 3D graphics in shooting tips and do-it-yourself and how-to instructional. So 2 discs, and that's actually available for sale. You can watch it on your big screen. Take some time, learn about it. If there's anything that we can do to help you get started in long range, from just selecting equipment to actually buying a complete system, we're here and available to assist and help you along the way.
Hunting apparel for long-range pursuit provided by Sitka and KREGG Boots of Montana. License applications made through Cabela's Tags. Brought to you by Gunwerks, G7 Optics, Night Force, Hornady, and Caldwell Shooting Supplies.
You just said that you're in charge of counting inventory?
That comes in.
We got that on camera, buddy.
Hey, I come and do inventory.
I'm always naturally handsome. Don't need any makeup. Might need a wig.